Hello, I will be your commentator today, Yondo Lash. Sorry for getting here a bit late, but here I am. Looks like we've got Bob and M versus World's Best Player. Taking down the bees, running down the highway. We're gonna have a great match tonight. We've got the World's Best Player, just pretty much speaks for itself, but we've also got Bobanim, legendary 34 time holder, the only second human in the world to ever acquire that 34 run for Hundo. Looks like Bob and M getting a nice task cars. Our runners are pretty synced up right now. Yeah, that looks like a perfect sync going on. We have an exact tie. Ooh, World's Best Player getting a slightly better ship. What does Vile have to say about it? Alright, looks like World WBP had a slightly better Vile as well. Pulling ahead for that early slight lead. Let's see how long he can maintain it. Talking to Zero Bit, the usual business. Hey, world's ending, and you need to get more power-ups, dude. Like, seriously. Have this teleport power-up. On to the most important speed stage. Icy Panguido. We're just here for the boots. Getting some slope jumps, jumping on the slopes, going fast, taking advantage of tech. Ooh, Bob and him missing that turnaround jump. That's gonna cost him a little bit of time here in the early game. But both players still getting a respectable capsule time. Here we go. No stop hallway. Dashing through the glacier. World's Best Player opting for a slight hesitation method for consistency, and Bob and M just cruising through that hallway. On to the snowballs. One of the most intense sectors of the game. Both players executing their strats flawlessly. Very nice. That 34 acquired by Bob and M was in fact the third ever 34. The first two were acquired by Walrus Prime. You always want to see the ice breath here. That's the speed move. Ice breath good. Slides bad. Bam! Very, very close match in this beginning. With all the RNG involved, I'm surprised to see it this close right now. We are neck and neck. Bob and M getting the fade out. Very odd, very nice. That's going to save him about 20 frames. It's a frame perfect trick after the boss kill. Just prevents that little fade out of the screen from being its own element. Kind of combining cutscenes, I guess, is one way you could look at it. One combination of words to put it. On to the Turtles section. Very nice damage boost at the end by both players. It's auto-scroller time. This vertical section climb is pretty technical section, but these players are indeed experts at this game. This is the quarterfinals, the final quarterfinal match. Nice iceless. These players know exactly what they're doing, just cruising along. These players fighting for a chance to face Luis Miguel, God Gamer. Brazilian God Gamer. Bobbin's health getting kind of low there, getting tossed around like a rag doll. But doing a good job to keep him on iframes despite the fight pattern. Getting very late teleport start. That's good news for Baba. Excellent time from Baba so far. And very, very good from World Best. Looks like Darrenville's clocking in, or it's like World's Best Player is clocking in at a 36.25 PB right now. Let me just confirm that with the other leaderboard. Bob and him going for Chameleon third. Very difficult route. That's gonna save about 5 seconds on the route itself. Requiring a frame perfect Phantom Grab. Higher than the difficulty of the carpet Phantom Grab. World's Best Player having to play through the stage, missing his Phantom Grab. That's going to be pretty costly for him. Making it through the fire platforms of Doom with ease. I was mistaken. Looks like on the better leaderboard, World's Best Player has a 35.49. I did not think that last time I said was correct, and I apologize, folks. So the route change for Baba is going to, it's a very difficult single run RTA strat. However, we are doing a best of 3. It's going to allow him to use Charge Chameleon weapon to mitigate lag, save some time, and also RNG on the Eagle fight potentially. So hopefully World's Best Player does not get bad RNG here. He really needs a good pattern. Went up for dives a little bit before halfway, it looks like. Gonna get 3 more dives after this for sure. Bobanam finishing up his boss fight very nicely. Beagle down. In the quarterfinals, we have the winner of this match, Walrus Prime, Colonel Fatso and Luis Miguel will be competing for the final championship match. We've got Bobanam coming up to his Phantom Grab attempt. This is indeed the airport, clearly stated in the level. And we're off, flying away. Saving frames, going fast, never looking back. Ooh, world's best player falls. He's going to have to be careful. All right, good. He made it up there. If he breaks those bottom two blocks, that becomes a very, very tricky situation for him, requiring either a revisit or something. Or if you break the bottom two blocks, it is no longer possible to make it up to the capsule. Chang! Bobanam with the head armor. Got a nice little... Oh! World's best player, a mere pixel away from the Phantom Grab. That would have been fantastic. Saves just a tiny bit of time. It's not crucial, but you always like to see that. That was as close as it gets without not getting it. Without not getting it. Ooh, Bobanam, I thought he was going to give him some dives, but gets a perfect eagle pattern. Bobanam extending his lead even further with the RNG. And nailing another frame perfect fade out. Nice. That's a whole 2/3 of a second saved to fade outs. And the world's of speedrunning, that's about 8 minutes. Especially when you're at this level of runner, for both of these players, you are counting every frame, trying to save every little bit you can, wherever reasonably possible. Always with that risk to reward in the back of your mind. But Baba holding nothing back. Chameleon third, that's just wild. You've truly reached a new age in this game, where people are using the Chameleon third route in races. Bobanam collecting a charged upgrade, immediately utilizing that tech. We're up to Thunder Slimer. It's like he's going for the consistent tornado strat. A mere 20 frames slower than the optimal boomerang fight, however, does not have the RNG of the boomerang fight. You can lose a few seconds if you get a bouncy Thunder Slimer there. World best player coming up. Who? Paul Hart. Misses, goes with the backup, and despawns the ring. He's gonna have to go back and do another grab attempt. Making that gap between over the turtle, that is not an easy gap to make, so. Bobanam finishing up his boss fight as world's best player approaches his next. Mammoth is really a fight that can be taken pretty well all the time. However, the fight on world's best player side is not always 100% possible to do frame optimal. He can give you Mike Tyson punches, which throw off the timing. Some people choose to defend against that potential RNG. Others try and assume they'll get good RNG and squeeze out all the frames they can. We will be seeing with the route divergence, we will be seeing our players join back up on the Armadillo revisits, most likely, assuming Bobanam takes advantage of the shortened level select potentiality of doing an early Penguin revisit. minimizing his level select inputs. On the right side, world's best player coming up, and he's going to opt out of the billow grab. Choosing not to go for that saves 4 seconds. However, compared to not going for it at all, the phantom grab saves about 4 seconds. For a total of 8 compared to going for it twice. Just some numbers for you. Bob and him having to do the consistent backup there, making the turtle gap as well, as you'd expect from these top level runners. This is indeed the quarterfinals of the elite bracket. We've come a long way to get here. Couple more boss fights coming up. Got RNG boss Armadillo Armorage on the right. Getting a nice pattern, opens up on his second roll. And getting that frame perfect final spark hit, only possible for that last shot. Takes out the human timing of shooting him after he has some iframes wear out. Similar to cutting out a dash somewhere in the run. There are a few places in the run where it's possible to just eliminate a dash just optimally, where it's not so obvious that it would be possible. Bob and him coming up to Phantom Grab City. Let's see what happens. Oh! First try! Let's go! Damn, man, that is so good. I'll say this, I'm impressed. That is a very difficult, the most difficult phantom grab in this run. Those vertical phantom grabs are very technical. He had to cross a vertical pixel, frame perfect, from a fall. And indeed, he was able to do so. World's best player in Mini Boss City. The underwater city of Atlantis Mini Boss. And world's best player coming up to Octo. Pretty difficult fight. Lots and lots of projectiles coming after you constantly. He's pretty relentless with those, firing like 7 missiles at a time. Bam, bam. I think there was up to almost 10 projectiles on the screen at a time during that fight just now. Bob and him still in the lead, cruising on. For this is the final Maverick of Bob and him, and world's best player doing his final Maverick now. It does seem like after both players defeat the boss on their respective stages, they will be synced up, so we'll be able to tell how much of a lead Bob and him has. Taking down Green Biker Dad. Maintaining the correct amount of ammo. Ooh, that was a close one. Looked like he was close to going down there. Gets the heart grab nicely, though. I did not have the usual time to prepare, so I apologize for a few of the brief periods of silence. Just getting my stuff set up. Here, got my chat up now for any potential questions. Baba clocking in at a 2140 or 2141 boss kill. The chime. Ooh, nice. Baba getting the Tokyo swap. The frame perfect swaggage. Baba definitely got some swag points from that one. We're going to have our official judge mark down for additional swag points for Baba. Technically, the true sync will not happen until World's Best Player actually collects the sub-tank on Armadillo. For Bobanim, Phantom grabbed it on his first attempt through. Bobanim going up to the revisits. There's a secret ninja capsule at the end. Hado. A very powerful technique. Looks like a little bit of muscle memory bleeding through for Baba. Swap to boomerangs, but he knew he didn't need it. That's just how muscle memory works sometimes. You do the motions, you keep it flowing. It's good oftentimes to make sure to do those things so you don't accidentally not do it sometime. A nice no-stop heart grab from Baba, making it very far before the heart catching up to him. World's Best Player popping that early sting. Making it through. So we are indeed synced up now. The lead you see is real. World's Best Player behind by a couple of visits. About a 50-second deficit right now. And one more visit from Baba will find himself the Hado. It's sitting there right now on top of the hill. On top of the falls.
Visits are over. Let's move on. At least for Baba.
I always like this background here. Just the waterfalls in the distance. Looks so nice. All you can see now is the canopy in the distance. Looks like we'll be having Zam join us today.
Yo, what's up, guys? Oh, that wasn't quite a visit. He goes back up to make sure. It's always scary when you're trying to cut visits close. Sometimes you just YOLO it and go, well, I hope that was a visit, and then you get to the capsule where the capsule's supposed to be and there's nothing, and you just get a little sad.
I don't know if it's my end, but I cannot hear him.
Can anyone else hear me?
Yeah,
or
it
is
looks
it
like
just
it's a tech issue on my side.
Oh,
I
okay.
will try and figure it out real quick. That should do it. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yo, Sam, what up?
Yo, you can hear me.
Yeah, just another side effect of my minimal preparation time.
Nice.
But it is good to have you with us. Hope I didn't interrupt you too bad before
Nah, I was mostly waiting for you to not be talking to say something.
Okay.
I don't think we got in each other's way a whole lot. Yeah, now we're seeing world's best player just barely miss the vile skip. Landing just in front of the door.
Letting Bobanim extend his lead even further. We'll have another chance to pull it into the tiebreaker round next game, where it's best of 3 quarterfinals match.
But yeah, the skip that Baba did and the one that world's best player attempted was a cutscene begins when you climb that ladder. You're on the ground and the camera's in the correct position. But the important part is that you have to be on the ground. So if you just climb the wall and then jump over to the door, or do some frame perfect nonsense and just dash jump over to the door, you bypass that trigger and it kind of combines some cutscenes together and saves a good chunk of time.
Wonder how many years it took for someone to find that after the game's initial release. It's amazing how many strats are found just 20, 30 years later and someone's like, hey, I found something new.
Yeah, I think you might be able to find a reasonable answer looking through like task videos. Like their forums kind of archive everything they've ever done. You can find like the first task that includes like the Dillo skip or something. Or dig through the forum threads. Some of those threads are pretty cool, have a lot of neat information.
Alright, how many gap jumps will Baba get? That's 2.
3. Oh, he gets all of them.
What
The
a
world's
boss.
best player getting a pretty bad bow spider pattern, having to be pretty far from the middle. Yeah, world's best player is just trying to keep things interesting, letting Baba have a chance.
And up to Rangda is Bobanim.
Meanwhile, World's just coming into Sig 2.
Not getting any of the Hadokenable eyes like he was looking for. Just
Yeah,
happened
never
to
lucky.
fight it out. That was a very, very nice one cycle. Very optimal.
Yeah, as far as bad luck goes, that was pretty okay. He was able to kill the red eyes in pretty much one go. Oh, world's best player getting some rogue torpedoes, kind of messing things up.
Killing some enemies, looking for just that little bit of health, and he finds it. RNG in world's best player's favor right now. Making up for that earlier Eagle RNG.
Nice clean duo skip from Baba. Bypassing the camera trigger that's right in front of the door to lock it in place where Dilla will actually spawn. For whatever reason, when you get into the next room, if there's no Dillo, it just opens the door for you. Getting a clean air auto as well.
Hitting a green eye, not what you want to see.
Oh,
Two green
another
eyes.
green eye. Is this actually world's best player, or is this Albert playing? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's a world's best player. That's not more green eyes.
Baba just a few more Hados away from securing this victory. It would take something absolutely catastrophic to turn the tides of this match at this point.
Yeah, you'd have to have something happen like a high jump, but he throws the Hado early and then he gets hit by a missile. Oh, never mind. Commentator curse not working.
Trying to make it closer.
He'd have to take top route and then mess his movement up really bad and get killed by the spikes. Oh, he's taking bottom route.
Air Hado coming up for world's best player. Hadouken! Takes him down like a champ. Honestly, not super far behind.
Yeah,
but at this stage in the game...
Two Hadokens behind.
At this stage in the game, there is not much left. We're going to have to probably see a death from Baba on the final boss kill for world's best player to be able to clutch the victory.
Yeah, for this category especially, it almost feels like it ends at Air Hadoken sometimes, because the rest is just... It's just so much easier than everything that came before.
Nice getting that medium jump. Looks like a medium low. Comes the doggo fight. No problem, taking him out.
And then Sigma comes back. How dare you kill my puppy? Challenges you to a duel, and then you just fireball him.
Oh no! I didn't see it coming. I thought you drained all your power using the Hado on my puppy. No, we extract the power for that move from the universe.
World's best player struggling on the D-Rex a little bit. You don't have a lot of space to work with, so it's easy to take a bonk there.
Bobbing one rolling shield away. Bam! Oh my, look at that time.
Solid time.
Whoa. That is an incredible race time. 35-17. You don't see that too often. Not in a race setting. Especially. taking the first win. We have another race coming up, though. Don't go anywhere.
Just gotta have world's best player wrap things up.
Bobanim actually has a 34.59 already.
Yeah, I'm not sure how active Baba is in doing runs. Be cool to see him try to bop the prime. He's already so close.
So close. World's best player finishing out with a 36.50. Good race time. 36s are good for a single sesh race. But unfortunately not gonna cut it in this quarterfinals match. We've got the top players in the world facing off.
Gotta pull out all the stops for the next one and really become the world's best player. Showing signs of his former self, Darrenville.
I forgot his other gamer name was Darrenville, so I was looking through the leaderboards and like world's best player, and I get to the 37-minute times and I'm like, it's not gonna be here.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a memer when it comes to his Twitch name. It used to be Darren Vile for a long time, but enough people were calling him Darrenville that he just went with it. And now he's world's best player for a little while.
Make sure you give our guys a follow, world's best player and Bobanim. Great MMX players.
Yeah, Baba's the second of the two that got the 34. I think his came really soon after Walrus's as well.
After his 57, yeah. I watched that run. It was a good run. Certainly worth going out there to find. Okay, looks like our players are readying up. The countdown has begun. And we are underway. Bobanim forgetting to start his timer.
Yeah. So his timer will be a couple seconds behind what it should be. It was the classic mistake of not resetting your timer first.
I've done that one once or twice.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time, really. You have the old split still sitting there, and instead of starting a new one, it just resets, and you look at it like, oh, well.
When you've run the game thousands of times, sometimes you just forget to hit that reset key. World's getting a passive B. Hopefully we don't see a double passive pattern from him here. That would be unlucky. Gets the machine gun pattern. Looks like he was going all out too, like just charging at him no matter what. Like he was gonna go for a one box strat if he got the RNG.
And if you have the mashing, you can actually just YOLO a one bonk. It's a little difficult though. You don't have a ton of space on the right to work with to turn around.
That's where that strat usually gets me. I'll nail the one bonk strat, no stop, and then I'll just turn around and walk right into the beat.
Yeah, you really gotta be delicate with the left input, just enough to turn around and not just walk into it.
Oh, the massive RNG element. Ship running away from Baba, but holding still for Worlds.
Sounds good to me, so then they're more synced up.
Yeah. Ooh, nice file from Baba. No step.
Yeah, Baba
Puggers.
coming out of the intro with a little bit of a lead.
Oh, Zero, what shall we do now? You need to go work out, man. That's what he's saying. Go practice your abilities. War is upon us.
You need to go find your tiara. You need to put on some boots. And beat some dudes up. Get some shoulder pads. Then you'll probably be ready.
I mean, Dr. Light may have left X in a capsule, trying to leave him in there for 30 years. Oops, was it 200? My bad. Sorry, man, that you got stuck in that capsule for an extra 170 years.
These things happen, you know. Building collapse, gets buried underground.
But he certainly kept busy during those 30 years, creating all kinds of upgrades.
As far as what Zero's doing now, I think the lore of it is that he's looking for Sigma's fortress. So after you finish the 8 maps, that's when he conveniently finds it.
Ah. Chang Chang! Man, this is close. Getting that unique hallway method from World's Best again. Working out. But Baba in the lead. He's got to catch up. Ooh.
This area really sucks for dropping dashes. The top of the snow is not where the floor is. So to time the dashes correctly can be a little bit awkward.
Snow dashes. There's regular dashes, you got your snow dashes, you got your water dashes, and one other that I can't think of right now in the moment.
The floating platform dashes.
Yep.
Probably the worst of them all.
Oh man, most certainly. Nice stage
okay.
center from Baba, but taking an extra bonk. Wow, that was close.
Both of them wrapping up right in the middle. But yeah, Baba's was a little scary there.
Now, I assume after this level, we'll see another route divergence. Baba's went for Chameleon third last time. Wicked route. I love it when two runners are this close, then every single little mistake and even just the level of optimization of their dashes, you can really see the back and forth play that takes and can really visualize how important the fine details of movement are in this game. It is really where fast times come from.
Yeah, these guys are so synced up. They're even both on the left side of the elevator. feel like it's really common to just hang out on the right, but both of them went left for a while.
We've got our runners climbing up to Iceless once again. How will these elite runners fare against the legendary Trick?
Oh, and Darrenville, world's best player, getting first try.
But then getting knocked down just a little bit. Perfect sync. World's best player having slightly better dashes in the hallway. Extending his lead by an additional 3 frames. Oh man, we are synced up to the shot.
We're getting this. Oh, not quite the same pulling pattern.
Bob and him took a very slight lead during the tango.
So incredibly back and forth. Oh, and a fade out for Baba.
That's his third. That's a hat trick. Everyone throw your hats at your TV. Throw them at the TV now. Fade out, hat trick.
I think Baba skipped all his splits except the final one because he messed up his timer at the end and he just split on Kowanger, so his timer's frozen for a little while.
Alright, we got 2 Phantom grabs coming up from both of our runners. Baba with the Chameleon third Phantom. And he nails it. World's best. Oh, what champions.
Yeah, we probably could have synced up the timers, but then that wouldn't accurately reflect when Baba actually started the run. He had his old splits up, so he just reset the timer at the start instead of starting the timer.
Yeah, I was watching, and Baba's timer needs a 4-second increase. I'm not just saying that because that's what it looks like it should need. See, even different level capsules are synced for these players right now. They are just in tune with each other.
I was about to say, even being on different routes can't stop the sync. They'll both have a capsule at the same time.
Boomerang strats going on for world's best. Not a risky thing there, for those enemies never drop anything. They're just useless. Useless little lifter bots.
They're really good for advancing RNG.
Oh, alright. We got Taskmaster Zam here dropping some knowledge.
Yeah, like most enemies will advance RNG like once. Those guys do it like over 20 times for all their little garbage going in different directions.
Pretty sweet.
No, not a bad pattern for world's best player.
I take it back. I guess they aren't useless. They are the perfect RNG manipulator. Taking care of Chameleon Boss, no probs. Lots of ammo to spare.
World's best player going for bottom route. I'm taking his title away.
Another capsule on the right. Very useful immediately. Bobbinam coming up to Magic Carpet Phantom Grab. Not as difficult as the Chameleon Phantom Grab, but still requiring some frame perfect stuff going on in some aspects. Ooh, world's best going past the Phantom grab point. That indicates some very good movement out of that section. Last time being just a mere 1 pixel away from the Phantom grab. It is not worth stopping there. If you're past the Phantom grab point, you just look at that and go, all right, nice.
And now Baba's got his shiny new hat.
I'm jealous. I want a hat like that. I'll give you $1 million for that hat. And here's a chance for Baba to make up some of his route time. Taking down Eagle with Chameleon Sting, mitigating RNG, and getting another perfect Eagle pattern. Wow.
Yeah, nice.
Back to back. World's on a very technical stage right now. I'll get to this stage and I'll just be like, challenge stage. Flowing through Zam's hallway.
It's okay, you can call it a highway if you like.
It was only a highway until you. It was only a highway once you got to look at it.
Easy peasy Thunder Slimer.
Dodging enemies. Coming up to a heart grab on the right. Paul Hart. Requiring to kill the turtle with the tornado and having it on the screen, unable to swap early, it goes for the consistent strat. Not a bad option. Ooh, does the Morvo kick. I think that might actually save some time.
I think I'd have to look at the specific execution of it. It really only saves time if you like fully YOLO it, like cut the corner real close.
It would be in the matter of frames, especially if it does. That'd be a nice little
really
nice though. Yeah. I'm a fan of those drop strats, like drop kick strats.
That was a good reaction by Baba. He noted that the timing of his second to last tornado wasn't quite right to get the double hit, so he just waited around. I'm always an idiot and go for the off-screen kill, even if the timing's wrong, and I'd have to go back and then shoot him again.
Armadillo stage. Very fast stage. I mean, you can just make it through, not really slowing down for anything.
Yeah, really quick, really short stage.
Stopping him doing the Zam's highway strat.
Yeah, a nice boomerang in there.
Swag rings. He got some swag points last run, got Tokyo swap.
Oh, that's the best swag strat in the game.
Bob and M coming up to Paul Hart and World's Best, looking at what kind of RNG he's going to be facing today. Nice hard grab.
Ooh, Baba getting Paul Hart, even with that big health drop right before it, throwing off the timing.
Getting the business a little bit from Dillo, but not too bad. Have seen far worse patterns from him. Getting these nice planting the ice shots inside of Spark Mandrill to go for frame perfect hits. It extends your frame window from the frame he gets hit, a 1 frame, to a 6 frame window for iframes wearing out for perfect hits. And when you can turn frame perfect stuff into a 6 frame thing, you just gotta do it.
6 times is free.
Bonking a fish on his way through. Very tight window. Let's see if Baba gets Armadillo Phantom Grab twice in a row.
No dice this time.
Using C-Sting, getting rid of lag. World's best player collecting the world's garbage-diest heart. That's a word. Just don't look it up. Just trust me.
Baba not quite grabbing the world's second garbagiest heart.
Getting a couple birds there spawn too. Being on the cart in the wrong moment. Getting just a tiny bit of extra lag from that, but nothing too bad. This is a good Octo fight going on for world's best.
Finishing him off with some ice. I like it.
I always fight Octo with ice. That's my main weapon.
One of these days, I would like to see Vile killed with an ice sled because it does 8 damage.
Nice.
It's not too practical. Considering in this category you just Hadoken him, and in the other category you don't even have the Buster upgrade.
Alright, I guess we have to work on a new meme category to make that a thing.
Yeah, you'd have to do like Hundo no Hado.
I'm gonna make a quick work of these mini bosses. C-Sting is a truly powerful weapon. Not including the charged abilities of weapons, C-Sting is my favorite. Ching! World's best player getting the armor. These is the final Mavericks for both of our players right now. After this, we'll be moving on to the visits. So upon immediate defeat of the bosses, we will be seeing a sync from both of our runners. At a glance, it does look like Baba Nim is in the lead by a bit.
Yeah, unless he gets some horrific pattern from Octo, looks like he will be coming out with a little bit of a lead. This Swamp and the Chameleon fight are both pretty quick, though.
pretty close race right now. Anything could happen.
This pattern so far is looking real nice. Oh, I spoke too soon. Alright, one swirly isn't so bad. No extra hits required, just get in, hit him, and get out.
And no infinite combo potentialities. Those can be scary. World's Best taking care of his boomerang deficit.
Yeah, looks like he's an explosion. Wow, the Tokyo swap again!
Back to back! What a boss!
So it looks like World's Best Player is about an explosion and part of that cutscene behind, so maybe like 20 seconds?
That's less than one visit on Dillo, so this is a very close race. Will we see a game 3?
We can only hope.
I'll tell you what, I sure hope so.
Just to make sure that a game 3, someone needs to go to Baba's house and just slap the controller out of his hand.
Kick the console! Kick the console! Haha, you got a stop lock. What are you talking about, man? You just ripped the cords out.
Hit him with a cartridge tilt. Game just gives up.
World's Best grabbing the tank, popping the early sting. Gonna have to have some good movement, but looking pretty clean. Lots of leeway. Having good movement. No stop from Baba. Oh, World's Best missing an inconvenient dash over the spikes. Requiring him to turn back to the left or face his doom.
Baba getting his first visit in.
About a 22-23 second difference between our runners right now. If Baba misses a visit, it'll be an immediate lead change. But with these runners, you don't really want to see a missed visit in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think both of these guys can identify when their visits are looking bad and they'll just climb up to fix them. I know World's Best Player can, because he did that last run. Dang, that bat just can't catch a break from World's Best Player. Always torpedoed.
Hitting a lag bird. Flying gremlins, look out.
Yeah, World's Best Player exactly one visit behind.
It looks like Baba extended his lead by another couple of seconds during the visit portion. Worlds is just praying that he misses the leap. Ooh,
Yeah,
and he
really
makes it.
sick sick auto time from Baba. I don't think he's had any like major hiccups this entire run so far.
Been very smooth, and adding on to the chameleon third route, just wow. World's best coming up to a leap. Nails it. With the sick jamming or dodge as well. Ooh, Baba misses. Letting Vile just do a dance in front of him, jumping around like, "Ha! What do you got? What you got? What you gonna do?"
No quick skip for Baba, but still gets mostly the Vile skip.
Oh man, this is close.
World's best player gets caught a little sooner, but still no quick skip.
Catching up a little bit, little by little. Gonna have to keep it up though. Baba going for the lag reduct climb. Nails the ice shot, no problem.
Trying to cauterize Zero's wounds, it doesn't work.
This'll help you, buddy. Shoots him with a flamethrower. Baba not giving an inch. Healing away. On to Bow Spider.
Ooh, Koanger. Sure, the world's best player had a little bit of a heart attack when he stopped, but it all worked out.
He sure does like to scare ya. Baba getting a not ideal pattern.
He just stopped his timer again. He caught it real quick that time, though.
On to Pango. Time for our revenge. Baba had a scary ending to his first penguin fight. Gonna show no mercy today.
Easy peasy.
Watching the sunrise in the back. It is a new day to attack a fortress.
Really puts it into perspective, like how long this hallway is, that you go from it being like night to going through the morning. Ooh, another rogue. Rogue torpedo just wasn't quite on target.
A little hiccup on the gap ladders. But on to Beagle. Storm Beagle. It is a
Another
flying
easy
dog,
L.
right?
I think so. Birds
Nice.
are either dogs or dinosaurs. I don't remember which.
Bob and him getting a nice torpedo strat in the middle of the fight there.
And world's best player, pretty much only a rank to fight down. See
He
if
gets good RNG. Ooh.
Being a good RNG. I blew eye pretty quick. That's not too bad.
Made up a couple of seconds there to that one. Oh!
Ooh, is that gonna be a game over? Did he pick up an extra life somewhere? Okay,
Yes.
he got a 1-up. Good.
Ooh. Wow.
If you don't pick up an extra 1-up somewhere, that's a game over because of all the deaths you take in the Hado revisits.
Getting the exact same opening RNG. A 2 open green blue. That was unfortunate. He was going for the center.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I think his final shot was just a little early. The eye was still open for it and everything. It's just one of those things that's a little easy to mess up if you're trying to be as optimal as possible.
And he may have the restream open. He might know what kind of situation he's in. Just trying to squeeze out every last frame. Nice, still a skip by world's best player, clipping through that trigger.
Easy air Hado setup. Meanwhile, Baba going into Octo refight. A couple Hados ahead. Oh, and he slips off the sled.
Oh no! Boomerang strats. Ping pong time. I've mentioned ping pong to someone before, and they've been like, "You mean beer pong?" I'm like, "No, ping pong." And they're like, "No, I think you mean beer pong. What's ping pong?"
Priorities, man. There's only room in your head for the important games.
Oh, Dukin. Nice Hado. I'll give it a 7.8 on that Dom Dukin.
It's fair.
I didn't want it to be exaggerated. Wanted it to be a fair number. We're tabulating the judges' score now.
Looks like Walrus Prime gives it a perfect 5 out of 7.
Hadouken! It's like, oh no, I didn't expect you'd use the universe energy.
Really good Dom Doken.
Ooh, I'll get.
Player.
I think I gotta give that one a 9.8, or just a flat up 10.
Barely any movement by D-Rex there.
That's just a straight up 10. I'm just calling it. Those teeth themselves weren't just touching the platform; they were like dug into the platform yet. Very optimal. Well, the timer may say the same time, but
yeah, it was like 4-ish seconds that he started the game before the timer, so that's more like a 35-21.
Yeah, and didn't it stop for a little bit?
When it stops, it keeps
Did it continue
it keeps
at
going
the proper
when
moment?
yeah.
Okay.
The developers of Live Split knew that would be a problem. So they made it so when you undo the final split, it goes to what it should be, and not just continue from where it left off.
But nonetheless, the numbers on the screen are the same. You don't see that very often on a back-to-back. Mix in some timer RNG. Or reset RNG, I guess.
Definitely
you
a
wanna call it.
crazy pair of runs.
World's Best about to secure another good time. Unfortunately, not enough to cut it in the final quarterfinal match.
Looks like we're joined by Baba now.
Yo, yo!
World's Best Player with the charged rolling shield finish.
Nice.
Gonna piece out of here with his bubble.
We're gonna have to tabulate up a couple of more swag points for Worlds for that one. GG's. 36-34. Nice time.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Decent runs tonight. Mid 36. Not bad for a race.
Decent runs. Good one. Is that another 35-17 I see?
That
He started his timer a few seconds late, so not quite another 35-17, but really close.
but your eyes are not failing you. Pretty
Yep.
wild. You would have had the PB to win on this race, so that makes it extra challenging.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, there's a
What's
Baba.
up, Baba?
I was muted. Whoops.
It's all good.
GG, Darren.
Yeah, GG, Baba. Nice tied race back to back.
Yeah, I
Thank-
wish it was a duplicate. That would have been really nice.
That would've
yeah.
been pretty funny.
For some reason, I didn't start my timer in time.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, you had your old splits still there from the previous race. When you went to start, it just like cleared those instead of starting anew.
I gotcha.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
GG's on the land, Baba. Looks like
Thank you.
you're welcome. Looks like you're moving up to face Luis Miguel next.
That's gonna be a nice match for sure. Just as well as today to beat Luis Miguel.
Yeah, that'll
Uh,
be a really, really tight race.
Yeah, Luis can make 35 runs pretty much anytime. So we can't aim for 36 anymore. Fives.
We'll be having all of the absolute topmost elite players in that semifinal round. I noticed you went for Chameleon third both times, getting the Phantom grab right away both times. Nice job on
Yeah.
that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Today played pretty solid, to be honest. I don't think I missed any trick beside the second booty. Oh, sorry. Baby Baba is here. So, yeah, pretty solid. I don't know why I decided to do C3. I just think I hate Eagle third. So, yeah, why not? I think I'm just gonna go C3 from now on. Until I'm dead.
Well, it really paid off for you today. Did you have
I
a what?
dives both times, so it paid off a lot.
You got a lot of
I
good
did
RNG.
Got the drops both times, no dives both times, so yeah, definitely good choice.
And then getting the armadillo booty grab on that first try. That was sweet too.
Oh yeah. Pretty annoying, so anytime I get it, it feels pretty good. Try.
And in a race setting, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I was worried I was gonna miss carpet. For some reason, I've been struggling with carpet recently, but I'm happy I didn't. It just feels so bad when you have to do the entire Eagle stage. I don't even remember how to do it, so I would just improvise.
Yeah, like
That's good.
after learning that trick, you kind of just like remove the whole middle portion of that stage from your memory. Then you mess it up, and you're like, "Oh, I'm in a race. I actually have to play this stage now."
Yeah, earlier I did a no reset and I missed carpet, so I tried to do the Eagle stage and I fell in the pit. Whoops, it's not looking good. Yeah.
Oh,
GG.
Very good runs today. GG. Daringville, did you have a favorite stage, and also, were you keeping an eye on Baba? Did you know what was going on?
No, I wasn't watching. Yeah, I don't usually like to watch. He told me he was gonna go full C3, so I was like, I might have a chance because the way that trick is, but he nailed it both times. So, as I've heard, no.
Yeah,
So-
I had.
I want to point out that we often hear Sigma 1 has no RNG, but today we got a good example of a full RNG Sigma 1 on my second race,
What?
where I got a really, really bad Vile, like he was doing neutral jump just right in front of me. And then I had the Quanger teleport, and then I got baby spiders, so that's like 3-on-3 for the bad Sig 1 RNG. It's pretty rare. I don't know how much that costs, probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think
That's
on that vial especially, like the first shot he fired just went right over your head, and then he just did
Yeah.
nothing useful for a little while.
I'm not sure what to do when that happens. I just sit there and like, yeah, do your thing.
He's just doing a dance. So,
I'm too afraid to soft lock, so I just let Vile dance.
a lot better than taking a soft lock. That's pretty much you can password into Sigma 1, but you still just never want that to happen.
Should
that
have just
would be
taken
it.
the soft lock to even things up a bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Give us a game 3, jeez.
Yeah.
Be a
Yeah,
little
people wanted
considerate.
3 games. I'm sorry, guys. Semifinals, you'll get to see 3 races.
Ah.
It's actually.
So, Worlds, do you have any plans moving forward? Are you going to keep the X grind on, or do you have any other games you're going to be looking at?
The X grind, I wasn't really playing this category a lot, to be completely honest. I've met my goal with it though. I got a 35-49 last night,
Oh,
so
nice.
it's just full on X3 hundo from here on out.
A really good time to retire on.
Yeah, I was almost gonna. Well, that second race, I was on pace out of Sigma 1 to get my second 35. Hell yeah! I don't even care if I lose. This is gonna be sick. And then I died to Rangda like a big old dummy, and I was
Yeah, it was like the
disappointed.
final hit of Rangda, and then you shot the eye just a little early and just
Yeah.
fell on the spikes.
I was so sure
Thankfully,
I got the
it wasn't
hit.
a game
I just
over.
like, yeah, so sure I got the hit. I just kind of like, it's done, and then boom, spikes.
That had to be like a frame perfect early shot.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like a handful of frames before you hit the spikes. I see X turn back to the right, like, no, let's go to the wall.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, my first race was pretty all over the place. I guess I was just not really feeling it. But then that second race, I was on pace, like I said, and I was like, all right, let's do it. But I mean, either way, 35-17 and 35-20-ish, whatever it was, is really hard to beat. But yeah, like I said, I've gotten my goal in this category, so I'm going full on X3 hundo like I have been.
Congratulations on meeting your goal, and very nice job, especially that second race time with the death. That's a very good time with the Rangda death.
Yeah, true. And the obviously missed Air Hado.
Yeah.
X3 hundo is like a really technical, difficult category. Like, what's your goal for that?
Yeah, I've been like learning pretty much everything I can lately. I've been leaving out some stuff that I feel like isn't super necessary to get what kind of time I would want, but 5 now. I would like to, I don't know, depending on, I don't know how I feel, if I'm going to keep grinding it, maybe a sub 45, like add more strats and stuff, but I'm just going to see where I go with it.
What's the record for X3 hundo? Isn't it in the 45 range?
It's 44-34 by Nero.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Okay. He improved it a lot since the last time I checked the times.
Yeah, category is just completely bonkers. There's so much crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, it's pretty dank. I like it a lot.
Tons of invulnerable enemies to deal with.
The
I-
bunch of neons that you can do too. There's so many.
Oh.
Yeah, like neons are useful like everywhere in that category.
Yeah, thanks to you, Yondo and Zam, because we were going no commentators at first, and then you guys joined last second. So
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, I had some stuff going on, but this was more important. I was like, you know what? I better
like-
hop online real quick.
I had just gotten in from mowing the lawn, and I was like, oh, hey.
great timing.
All right, the grass is cut and the frames are shaved.
We'll catch you guys later. I guess I'm out of here, and Miguel, soon it's gonna be a good one. And Walrus versus Fatso is also gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
And
definitely
Baby
looking
Baba
forward to
says,
both of those.
Hello, everyone.
Oh yeah, and we will be seeing the loser of both of the semifinal matches will indeed be competing for the bronze medal. So all of our remaining runners now have 2 matches remaining.
And I think the most important question of all, Baba, that baby we hear in the background, how long until that's the next X world record holder?
About 4 years, I'll say.
It's a good amount of training
We're
time.
starting the training tomorrow.
Start them early.
6 months old, so better start early. The better they get.
Yeah, it's just like the
kidding.
Korean StarCraft players. It's the ones that started when they were like 6 that are just god gamers today.
It's insane. All right, I'm out. Take it easy, guys.
See you guys. Thanks for the
Yeah.
race again, Baba. It's good times.
Peace out. Nice races. And good luck on your quests.